Towards the end of this week's talk, Pastor Jim mentions a story in the New Testament called the Pentecost. This is a term used to talk about the event that happened weeks after Jesus rose from the dead, when the Spirit of God came to live among and in the people who followed Jesus and believed in his resurrection. This was all taking place as Jesus was leaving earth to sit at the right hand of God. The full account is in the book of Acts, chapter 2, and it's a really cool read. I would encourage you to check it out. But back to Pentecost. One of the things we see happening is that all the people who have gathered and who received the Holy Spirit are now able to hear and understand those speaking around them as if their own language was being spoken, even though they know they're talking to people from other lands and languages. It's a chapter full of confusion and joy and prophecy. Actually, a funny passage because the reaction is the same as I would imagine some of us might have today. They're even accused of drinking too much. When we pull back a bit and look at this instance of the Pentecost in relation to the story of Babel, we see a glimpse of God temporarily resetting things back to the way he intended, and the joy and excitement that humans on earth experience being a part of that. Here, it's as simple as being able to understand and be understood by everyone around them. Just this glimpse into what a perfect world with God would look like and feel like gives me such excited anticipation to experience the real thing. In his kindness and just desire to share in his work with us, God gives us glimpses of what he has in store for us all of the time, just like he did at the Pentecost. Maybe it's a beautiful sky full of color, the laughter and joy of a loved one, the help of a friend or neighbor, and countless other ways we get to see glimpses of how God intends us to live. Today, I encourage you to look out for these moments and offer God a prayer of praise and thanks for each of his good gifts. Thank him for the reminders that he's near, and despite the broken world we live in, he is still at work making all things new.